Hey guys, welcome back to Reserved Investments. And I'm going to start this video off this way. Certain markets in the antiques and collectibles trade are not supposed to be speculator friendly. What I mean by that, there is a reason why there is such a learning curve to invest in rare art or to invest in historical documents or collectible first edition books or even items like antique furniture, antique glass. Those markets have a higher barrier to entry than somebody going into the open market and collecting Pokemon cards or comic books or even sports cards. These markets, there's differences and similarities to them, and each one has a unique learning curve to master. For instance, the grading of comic books is different than the grading of collectible card games or even sports cards. This is something that you got to understand to be successful in these markets. Now, with that being said, you guys know I'm a huge fan of investing and also collecting rare U.S. classic or antique coins. I've already showed some of the pieces of my own personal collection on this channel. I'm not going to rehash that again. You guys know what I'm holding. You guys know some examples of what I'm holding. I collect a lot of valuable coins and also currency. Now, to be fair, third-party grading exists in both those markets. The market for paper money, i.e. currency, and also coins. And third-party grading has been a boom for those potential markets. But there is still a learning curve that one has to undertake if you want to attempt to invest in a mature, sophisticated market like paper money or rare coins. There's a reason why those are sophisticated markets. There's a reason why you can walk into a bookstore, you can log on to Amazon, and there's a ton of books about investing in coins, strategies you can employ, how to determine if a coin has good eye appeal, even if it is already graded. Remember, guys, in the rare coin marketplace, you can have two coins that are exactly the same, meaning same date, same mint mark, same condition, same grading service that graded them. And if you put both those coins in auction, one may fetch a very higher price than the other simply based on eye appeal. People value eye appeal in that market. There's a lot of sharks in the overall coin marketplace simply because it's a mature and sophisticated market. There's people that have been collecting coins for decades. There are people out there that are in the top rungs of coin investing that have been doing this longer than I have been alive. And for the record, I'm in my mid-40s. So that says a lot about how this market works. And there's a lot of great people that are in the market for rare coins. There's a lot of people willing to share their knowledge, believe it or not. But there's also people that also, unfortunately, want to take advantage of the Timmies, Kimmies, and Poindexters that come into these markets. That's why not every market in the antiques and collectibles trade is supposed to be speculator friendly. Well, lo and behold, I'm going through my email and somebody sent me this, and I would have found it eventually because I am a huge fan of Coin Week. Coin Week put out an article entitled Box Breaks for Coins. Questions, answers, and numbers on Vault Box Series 1. So I got to explain this a little bit because a couple of weeks back, I put out a video about the advent of NGCX. If you don't know what NGCX is, it is a new 10-point grading scale that is being pushed by NGC for 1982 and newer modern coins. So really, this is going to apply to a lot of your American Eagle coins, American gold coins, American silver coins, Buffalo coins, even a lot of the commemorative issues that are put out by the U.S. Mint. They would probably fall under the banner of NGCX, where if you send them in for grading and you use NGCX, they're going to come back graded with a new 10-point grading scale. Now, I am not a fan of this new 10-point grading scale because, in my opinion, one of the things that was unique to coin grading, at least, is that it uses a 1 through 70 Sheldon grading scale. And there is a learning curve, if you do collect rare coins, that you pretty much have to go through to understand how that grading scale works and operates. Brief history, the Sheldon grading scale was introduced, I want to say, around the 1940s, 1950s, and it was pretty much adopted by the American Numismatic Association back in the 1970s. So when the first third-party grading companies for coins, of which NGC and PCGS were a part of, started to premiere in the 1980s, they adopted that Sheldon grading scale, and that was the system that they used going forward. So if you wanted to get a coin graded, there was no question being asked. It was going to be graded using the 1 through 70 Sheldon system. Now, in my opinion, the Sheldon grading scale is not perfect. I fully admit that. But neither is any of the 1 through 10 grading scales that a lot of these modern era collectible grading companies now use, whether we're talking about comic books, sports cards, collectible trading cards, video games, toys, whatever it is. The grading scale is not perfect. It does rely on more art in some cases than that of science. And we see that. There's people that crack open items all the time. They send them back to the grading company. And lo and behold, they either come back to them either in a lower grade or a higher grade. It's almost akin to gambling. That's the way it's always going to be, regardless of what grading scale you use, simply because grading is more of an art than that of a science. Now, where am I going with this? Well, unfortunately, with the advent of NGCX, there was always going to be companies that were pushing for this because they want to take advantage of the Timmies, Kimmies, and Poindexters that may now have a speculator mindset to come into the market for this modern graded bullion coins that are now graded by NGCX, utilizing a new, easy-to-follow 10-point grading scale. And that's how we got here. We got here because a lot of the private equity companies, a lot of the companies that are run by billionaires, by financiers, by top-tier investors, they realize that right now, more than ever, there are more Timmies, Kimmies, and Poindexters operating in the overall antiques and collectibles trade than ever before. And these Timmies, Kimmies, and Poindexters, they're investment-minded. They have a gambling mindset. They have an investment mindset. They don't know much about investing overall, and they don't know much about the antiques and collectibles trade. And unfortunately, they're ripe for manipulation. And that's why I do these videos. So I'm going to be reading through what is Vault Box and why, in my opinion, as of yet, you should not take part in this. And let me just say, that opinion's probably not going to change. I'm just treading carefully here because I'm trying to give some of these companies the benefit of the doubt, just in case they are doing an honest thing. I just don't see it right now. I'm being very 100% honest, guys. I am going to put a link to this article in the video description below. Again, this premiered on Coin Week, but I do want to read through it because it's set up in a Q&A format. So we are going to go through, and I'm going to give you my thoughts. So for those unaware, we're going to talk about what is Vault Box and what box breaks are in this concept. So each Vault Box that you're going to buy is a sealed container holding 3 blind NGCX certified American Eagle bullion coins. A collector buys the box for $595. Let me say that again. A collector buys the box for $595 and may receive coins worth more or less than that amount. So you see where this is going. It's almost like legalized gambling. This is based on the trading card concept of box breaks, in which collectors go through sealed boxes of sports cards or game cards looking for valuable, scarce cards. So congratulations, all of you guys that came in the comment section and you attacked me. Why is Sean against this 10-point grading scale? This could revolutionize coin grading. Great. You got box breaks. They were doing that in sports cards for how many years now? Now it finally came to coins. Do you honestly think anybody is going to be excited to break the box on a Vault Box and potentially get a post-1982 modern bullion coin? Please don't kid yourself. They're not putting vintage or antique coins in these Vault Boxes. This is strictly for these NGCX graded coins that are post-1982 or later. You can get a collectible bullion coin. Yippee. So let's continue with this Q&A. So who is selling these? Well, first, it's not NGC. I want to make that very clear. NGC is doing the right thing here. They're not selling these particular products. And at first, according to this article, there were a lot of collectors that mistakenly believed that NGC or its parent company, Certified Collectibles Group, was marketing these particular products. They are not, thank God. A company known as Vaultbox was created and sells this product. Vaultbox is a part of a well-known coin dealer company named Minshall Trading. Some of you guys probably heard that name, others maybe not so much. I have never used their services, but thank God I don't, because now they're selling vault boxes. And again, I am against this concept. So next question, how is NGC involved? Well, Vaultbox buys coins, they sends them to NGCX. NGCX grades and slabs the coins. NGC then puts 3 coins in each box, seals the boxes, and sends the boxes to Vaultbox. So it's NGC that's actually doing the actual packing of these Vaultbox. And in that regard, I am against that. I honestly think this should be a no-go. I honestly think when NGC was approached by this, they should have said, you know what? We're not going to go down this path. Look at what it's done to sports card collecting. And at this particular point in time, I'm going to get comments in the comment section right now from sports card collectors that are going to go, yeah, it's so great, man. Look at what some of these cards are going for. I have a chance to get a $10,000, $20,000 modern era mass-produced limited edition card. Yippee. If you want to invest in sports cards, go after the vintage stuff. Don't play with the modern shit. That's mass-produced scarcity. Same thing with coins, guys. Be very careful in this market. So, what's in the boxes? Vaultbox published the list of 2,400 possible coins in Series 1. All are American Eagle bullion coins graded NGCX 9.9 or 10. The list has 800 coins in each of the 3 groups: common, uncommon, and rare. Yes, you're not only getting collectible card games that are rare, uncommon, and common. Now we have coins that are common, uncommon, and rare. Each box holds 1 randomly selected common coin, 1 uncommon coin, and 1 rare coin. The boxes have no serial numbers, and nothing on the outside of the box indicates the contents. So what's in each group? With equal numbers in each tier, the groups are based on value more than rarity. Common coins are all Mint State Silver Eagles, with NGC price guide values averaging about $65 a piece. Uncommon coins are all Silver Eagles, some Mint State and some Proof, with NGC price guide values averaging about $125. Rare coins are a mix of Silver Eagles, Gold Eagles, Platinum Eagles, and even Palladium Eagles in both Mint State and Proof, with NGC price guide values averaging about $530. Put another way, the buyer will get 2 certified Silver Eagles and 1 more certified Eagle bullion coin. So, what happens after I open the box? Keep the coins or sell them back to Vaultbox. Their website allows you to enter the certification number to receive an offer to buy the card. Do you guys understand? I'm not going to even go on in this article. Do you guys understand that this is nothing but a Ponzi scheme where Vaultbox ends up making the majority of the money? Use people that want to play in this market. I warned you. You guys that wanted a 10-point grading scale, this is where it leads. So now we have the Timmies, Kimmies, and Poindexters coming into the coin marketplace on this end rather than studying how to actually buy, collect, and invest in truly rare, antique, vintage, and U.S. classic coins. That is a shame in my opinion, and it's a sad day in hell when we look at what the antiques and collectibles trade is becoming in the year 2023. It's pretty much a Timmy trap, and there's a lot of Timmies, Kimmies, and Poindexters, unfortunately, willing to play who don't want to learn how these markets work. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, and have a great night.